This week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
I remember watching them back in Impact Wrestling, and for me, like seeing them do that was one of the first tastes I got of what was to become of the wrestling style.
Again, third week in a row, I think he just gives us $10. If you got a question, man, ask it. But thanks for the $10, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean. How about that?
So,
what else did I want to talk about, Rob? Oh, so wanted to get your opinion on some talent that is making some news. There's been SmackDown's on right now. If you guys are tuning in live to us, but apparently they released a little trailer, a vignette of like fast cars moving around, and now the indication is that it's the Motor City Machine Guns that are going to be making their debut in WWE soon. Because I think there's a skyline of Detroit or something that's in the shot or something. And they've been really heavily reported that they've signed with WWE already. So, but I just want to get your thoughts just on both Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin and the Motor City Machine Guns, Rob.
yeah, man, I like those guys, and when I think about it, they were kind of really ahead of their own time because they were more like a lot of the tag teams are now, as far as the thinking outside of the box, the advancing one or two steps on moves that are already there, the tag team maneuvering. Like I remember watching them back in Impact Wrestling, and for me, like seeing them do that was one of the first tastes I got of what was to become of the wrestling style. Fellow Michiganders. But I always got along with both of them. I think they're great kids, as we say, in the business, and I respect their hustle because, they've been out there working hard, working a lot. I know, hoping to get their just dessert, a little early for their flowers, but at least their opportunity. Let me put it that way. I know they've been working hard and doing all the right things to expect to get a decent shot at being big stars, and so I'm glad to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, TNA, obviously they had the established stars back over 12, 14 years ago. With you guys and everything like that. But I remember really being hooked on to Alex Shelley and the Motor City Machine Guns as a duo because they were just such a unique team. They were fast. And like you said, they were kind of ahead of their time in a lot of ways. So it's neat that they're finally getting the opportunity to kind of get their presence known on WWE, on like the mainstream product and kind of getting their just desserts, what they've really been working towards. And I think they could potentially really set a new tone for WWE's tag division, I think, too, still at this juncture.
And Chris Sabin was banging Velvet Sky, so
really? Wow. Well,
that's
how about
another pro for him.
Man, how about that? Man, that is add that to the resume.
Yeah, they were an item. They were dating when I first got there, and for a while at Impact, and all of them, they were all hustlers.
Yeah. Heck yeah, it's good stuff. And like AJ Styles was just returned on SmackDown too, so a lot of TNA stuff going down on the SmackDown tonight. So pretty darn neat, Rob. Pretty darn neat. Got our regular crew here. Seth is in the house already.
Hey.
He actually said too. I hope. Oh no, they do. Every time I go live, they get rid of the original chats and stuff like that. But he said that he signed up for Only Wrestlers and is trying to get a page made too for exclusive content and stuff. How about that?
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely cool. Yeah, man. We had a good meeting today on the phone over the only wrestlers. And we originally thought that the website would be kind of like completed by now. And there's still little things every day that we're writing to the programmers and saying, hey, what about, this or that? Little things. Like I want to be able to go live. Like right now, I actually hit live just for the hell of it on the Only Wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so if anyone's there, and they're with us, bro. And anyway, afterwards it just disappears, but I want to be able to put it on my feed so it's not gone forever. But we're also getting stories, like Instagram and Facebook have stories. Maybe X does too, I don't know. But the
Ooh.
stories do disappear, and that disappears after like 24 hours or something. You probably know more about it than I do about how
Yeah,
that.
stories usually does. So like if you're on like a quote unquote Snapchat kind of thing, or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube stays, but everything else goes away.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So at first I was thinking, I already don't want my live um, videos to disappear. So why would I want to? And there's also videos you can put on your wall, your video wall. There's your video wall, and then there's your feed. And then I was thinking, I don't know if I want stories again, and they're going to disappear. But I thought about it today, and I took a different perspective. And I think, at least for me, maybe not for everybody, because like on Instagram, my stories are all reposts. I
Oh,
repost things, and but this, I was thinking about it this morning, and I think what a big benefit for me will be that since it's gonna dissolve anyway and not live, hopefully for eternity, in the video universe, I think we can get more candid.
yeah,
That'll
yeah.
be good. Because every once in a while, I might just want to like, boom, like pop it open and just say, dude, what are you doing? I'm doing this and I'm here or whatever. And, I don't want to necessarily have to worry about like, oh, let me make sure my hair looks good. Let me shave. And
Right.
if it's going to disappear anyway, then I think there'll be a lot more spontaneous shit. And if it builds throughout the day because that's one of my agendas, then I get it. I see how the story could build and how you'd want people to get used to checking into it all the time.
Yeah. The only thing you'd have to probably be cognizant of is people doing screenshots and stuff if there's certain things you don't want. Because
Right.
you see that all the time. The dirt sheets fucking do that all the time where they, hey, look at what CM Punk did on his Instagram stories and then that's gone or whatever. And then, so that's the way they keep it around a lot of the times.
Yeah, there's always going to be that. There's always going to be the threat of hackers.
Right.
But,
All that stuff going down. Um, guys, if you want to get a super chat in, go to rvdtv.com. You can hit a super chat and help out the show, get the word out. But you can tune in live right now on Rob Van Dam's at the Real RVD on his YouTube channel on rvdtv.com. And guys, as we mentioned the past couple of weeks, Only Wrestlers has launched. So take a look at that. You can sign up, create an account for free, and then see who's on there. Rob's on there for free. Katie Forbes on there for free.
it will always be free, but for people that sign up now, you get 30 days free, and then you can cancel or you start getting charged when we're done with this phase one of trying to sign everybody up. So Katie and I will always be free because we are in the administration, and so at least check us out and see what we're doing. And a lot of the wrestlers so far during this phase aren't wanting to put much content into it yet because they're waiting for the next phase. So everyone just expect that and have patience. But it's cool. And the numbers are going up, and as long as they keep going up, then it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yes, exactly.
And
And
y'all can get paid by referring people.
that's it. You guys get a special code that you can use and send to people. And then once they sign up, like if a wrestler signs up, how much percentage do they get of that, Rob?
5% for 12 months. So it's the wrestler to wrestler. Also, the fan to fan. You're a fan. You sign up as a user, you get this referral code, and your buddies, even if they were going to sign up anyway, say, "Hey, use my referral code. Why not put 5% back in your pocket?"
There you go. Why not?
Whole 12 months, 5% of what they spend. So
So like say if I had a buddy sign up, and then they started subscribing like Sabu or Chris Masters or
bought a
John
couple
Morrison.
T-shirts throughout the fucking year.
Yeah.
A couple pay-per-view requests, cameo like birthday shout-outs, everything. Yeah, you get 5% of everything for 12 months. And I did the math, and for every 25% that you get, guess how many percents you got?
100?
we'll go to comment. That's what I got to, by the way.
Okay. Because I'm horrible at math.
Yeah, that was the end of that equation. You're right.
We're doing some Steiner math here on the show.
Yeah.
Maddie, Super Chat is working. You go to rvdtv.com and you can use it. Or it should be working at least. Kaiju, what is it? It is only wrestlers, Kawaii Kaiju. You sign up, it's kind of like OnlyFans, but for wrestlers. And there's all of these different accounts you can sign up. You can sign up as a fan and subscribe to certain wrestlers that you like and that you're a fan of and stuff like that, and support their content, and they give you exclusive content behind it all. And then
and also Kawaii Kaiju. Besides it being a platform for the fans to support and follow their favorite wrestlers, we're also building a community together. So all the followers, they become with us the association, and the association moving forward is a wrestling company. So literally you're going to be building a wrestling company with me from scratch, up to as far as it goes. And there's a few of us owners that have experience on the other side of the coin of wrestling, running shows. I myself did it from 92. No, I'm sorry. Well, I was part of it kind of in 92, and then 93, 94, used to run like in Georgia and the Carolinas with a partner. I learned a lot, but one of our partners, that's what he does. And in fact, we were going to start out with the shows. That was the first idea. When we had this one particular meeting, and they said, Rob, what would you do if you ran a wrestling show? What would you do to make it different than anything else that's out there? And I said, well, I think maybe I would have the fans' input determine the structure of the show. In other words, I always had this idea of maybe having your list of talent that's going to be at the show, and then you have the fans vote. The way I always thought of it, it'd be cool to do it during the show, and then you go around and you record you telling the wrestler, like at the beginning of the show, who they're going to wrestle. So, you go up and, hey, New Jack, whatever, are you ready to find out who you got tonight? Man, I don't care who I got, man. I like to put out this bad energy, and people judge me, and don't talk about the dead. And then it's like, well, the people voted. You got Kid Cash. Man, fuck Kid Cash, that funky motherfucker. And I always thought that that was kind of the idea at first, and we talked about that, and then kind of scrolled it back and said, hey, let's do just the following platform to start out and to start building out, and then we'll start doing votes, which we'll start doing real soon. We're waiting for technical shit for the part of the credit card processing from the programmers is being worked on, and some of the plans are based on that. So extended free time right now. Anyone that signs up, you get 30 days free anyway, and then it's up to the wrestlers if they want to charge or what after Columbus Day. But that's what we're doing right now. And anyway, we at first will have them vote on small stuff, maybe some of the rules. What should the rules be of onlywrestlers.com? Because there's two different schools of thought. There's one, you got to make it only wrestlers and the wrestling industry and keep it in-house like that. And then another school of thought is the more the merrier. If someone can join on as a creator and they can bring followers, then it's better business, better numbers. And our family tentacles reach outside of the industry, especially if there's people that have appeared on Raw or something that, and so, I like that. I'm trying to get that everyone to agree to make that our first vote, but it's probably going to be another week until we start the voting. But it's real organically. It's on the grow, and it's just everyone I think seems to understand. and be patient so far that's signed up, because we haven't found any complaints.
That's good. Yeah, that's it. And this we're just get a good ground foundation kind of going thing is always good to do.
And if you got complaints, we want to hear those too. We want to know.
Yeah, give the feedback out. Make
What
sure
can we do better? Because you're growing this with us, which gives it an agenda besides just following and supporting your favorite wrestler, or signing on to be a recruiter and telling a whole bunch of people to sign up with your referral code. Either way, you got an agenda too. You can cast a vote soon. So, and your power grows from there. Like the bigger the group of followers and the company grows, the bigger the association grows, the more leverage, the more voting power, the more important decisions will be at stake. So, been working on it for a long, long time. It's thought out pretty well, and I'm hoping that most people will appreciate it.
absolutely, yeah. Should be a neat thing that grows and continues and kind of transforms over time too, so.
Hopefully so. Yeah, we're
Yes.
building a community. That's
little
how
community.
communities are built.
A little community. Speaking of communities, I got to give a shout out to Nesha here. She says, "Hey Dom, been a while. What's up?" She was originally 5 years ago. She tuned into the show that I used to do with my brother Marcus, and so now she hooked on to here. So what's up, Nesha? Join up, take a look and see what's going on at Only Wrestlers and all that stuff. It's good to have you back in the mix. So
What up, Ness?
yeah.